Hey guys, let's talk about something very interesting, something we have been doing our whole lives, maybe subconsciously or even consciously. Let's talk manifestation. Now, I know you've heard a lot about manifestation because everybody keeps talking about it. But how exactly do you do it? I have been manifesting my whole life. So suddenly I took a trip to Bali, which I manifested with a lot of effort. And I thought, why not share a few tips and tricks with you guys to help make your manifestation a lot more easier. Phase 1, feel the call. Now imagine this, you're sitting on a random Tuesday, scrolling through your phone, and you see something, and it suddenly hits you that this is something I should do. Or you're talking to your friend, and mid-conversation, you're like, whoa, you have clarity, I should go after this. Or maybe the circumstances of your life are pushing you to want something more because you deserve better, like for your friends, your family, or just your external situation. In short, you feel the call. Now, this is a phase filled with a lot of intense emotions, like you're an active volcano ready to erupt. You don't know how it's gonna happen, you don't know when it's gonna happen, you don't even know if it's possible to make it happen, but all you know is that you just gotta go after it. Friendly tip, so when you're starting with your manifestation, try not setting very unrealistic goals. Like, imagine this, you've never trekked a mountain in your life, you've never even been much of a trekker, and suddenly you want to summit the Mount Everest. Let's face it, you need to trust the process. You have skipped so many steps and you've directly trying to summit the Everest that you have the universe, there's like no time to prepare you for your destination. You've skipped all of the processes and the trial and error part. You can't do that. So take baby steps, start somewhere and let it resonate with your soul. Phase 2, start planning. Now imagine when you're preparing this trip, you prepare a whole itinerary, right? You know how you're going to get from point A to point B, you know the stops you're going to make, you know where you're going to be, which bus you're going to be taking, you know all of that. Similarly, when you're manifesting, you have to have a manifestation map. Like, don't just sit on your couch and just expect your manifestation to drop into your lap. Like, hello, it doesn't work like that. Like, imagine this. You are on one end of the road and your manifestation is on the other end. And you go like, hey, why don't you come on my end? And your manifestation is just there like, no, you come on my end. Here's the solution. Both of you need to meet at a middle ground. You have to put in the work and so does your manifestation. It's a 50-50 work. Do you understand? A personal example, like when I was preparing for this trip, I knew I had absolutely no funds. So I set out, I got a job, whatever. I tried to make it happen. I put in the work, that's why I got it back. Now, visualization is also very helpful to do this. I've done very insane visualizations. I used to literally edit and like Photoshop myself in destinations which I wanted to go in, and I used to look at it every single day. And guess what, you guys? It worked. Point is, go as insane and as crazy as you possibly can. Okay, just see your visualization come to life. Another OG app for visualization is Pinterest. Keep saving a lot of stuff on your Pinterest, it really helps a lot. If you want to talk about Instagram, you get all these reels and all these videos of people already living your dream life. Why don't you save it in your collections and see it every morning? Instead of scrolling, why don't you scroll through your manifestations? See it every morning when you wake up. Okay, this one is very fun. So I also like listening to music and I have spoken about it. So create a playlist on Spotify and save all of the songs that just make you feel like, you're living your manifestation. Like you are already in it. And trust me, music and your vibrations actually match a lot. So try doing this one. And the point is that, if you can enjoy the trailer, then just imagine how amazing the movie is gonna look. Yeah, I know, right? Bro, 5 minutes of visualization every morning is literally gonna take your manifestation off the roof. Phase 3, which is my favorite, action. Now, all of this chit chat was actually the easy bit. Let's talk about the tough bit, which is actually putting in the action. While manifesting, now it's okay if you go through certain hardships to match the energy of your vibration. Now, the universe is simply putting you through all these struggles because it wants you to fit into this new life. Now imagine this. You've bought a new apartment and you try to open the door of this new apartment with your old apartment keys. Now guess what? It's obviously not going to open. So you go to the key maker, he's gonna carve you another key with the same shape, size, etc. So just an example of how the universe might also work during this process. If your life is going through a little bit of tumble or crumble, it's okay. Just fasten your seatbelt, trust the pilot. A little turbulence, it's not gonna hurt anybody. Just be prepared. Now, here is a very controversial tip. I know how some people don't like telling people about their manifestation, and totally respect that. But here's the trick I like to use. I actually end up telling people about my manifestation even months before it is about to happen. So if I'm going on a trip and I have no tickets booked, absolutely no plan, I will be telling every single one that, hey, I'm going on this trip. How it helps is that it actually tricks your brain into thinking this is such a firm plan that you really just have to set out and make it happen. At this point, you will be having no choice but to actually go and fulfill your manifestation. Like, people will actually be asking me, hey, when you're leaving? And just be like, yeah, soon, even though I have no idea. Like, absolutely no idea, even if I am leaving. But I'm just like, I'm leaving soon. I'll update you. You can see my story. Phase 4, trust the process. Now, I know I keep saying trust the process a lot, but genuinely, you guys, think of your manifestation as this physical change that you're going to be making in your reality. Like when you're trying to lose weight or when you're trying to gain weight and you have never seen yourself like that in your reality. But you know that if I keep giving in this work, I keep out with this consistency, I will look like that. The same goes with your manifestation. You just have to be consistent with it for you to see that physical change. Plus, the road to manifestation can sometimes be very lonely and it can be a little too monotonous because you probably would have been manifesting for a very long time and you might even lose interest. But here's the trick. Just try to remember why you started it in the first place. Keep up with all of your visualizations. You can even journal if you want. Look back to that old version of yourself who really wanted this manifestation so much. And now, the last one. And this is my personal favorite. A lot of people actually tend to skip on this one. But I just want to remind you guys, phase 5. Live it with gratitude. Once your manifestation has actually come to life, it's time to live it with gratitude. It's time to live it in a way that you are so grateful to have it. You have to thank God, you have to thank the universe or whoever that, thanks for this manifestation. And if I'm not grateful right now, I don't know if you listen to my next one. So safe side, let's just be grateful about it. And that's about it. These are a few tips and tricks to help you guys manifest a lot quicker. And yeah, let's manifest.